Nego excommunicado, nego excommunicado, nego excommunicado. Motherfucker, nego excommunicado, nego excommunicado, nego excommunicado. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, excommunicado, excommunicado, excommunicado. Motherfucker. Oh man, mind your language, guys. I gotta do this. This is quite painful. It's called the Founders Outsider Alert. Founder is party number one. That's me, sole representative of the founder of the Nazareth movement and the founder of the Zulu social experiment. So, and according to the spoken customs, the founder of the Nazareth movement and the founder of the response to the Nazareth movement is the same person. Umnikazi bezindaba. The true heir and the true inheritance of the congregation. So there's a principle that I want to point out, and this is the principle behind doing the outsider alert. The principle behind this or the social experiment is to recontextualize the already existing regulator of life. So right now, when you're alive and you're awake, those that are asleep make supplications to those that are awake. That's the principle. When we are alive, we work, we are asleep part-time. But when we pass away, we're permanently in that asleep mode, and our job is to make supplications for those that are awake. Now, what we're all doing, the game we're playing, is we're all working towards a kingdom of heaven on earth, a paradise on earth where we are free from the miseries of life, where human beings are capable of living free of the miseries of life. And human beings are also capable of living without having to suffer mortality. So that's what we're pressing on to, and that's the final destination. AMANZARETHA call it Lelo LIZWI elizayo, Lelo mizi ekhazimulayo, this house that shines and glitters. That's where every single spirit person is pressing on towards. Now, since the Zulu social experiment is creating the platform where this would be possible, we can't get there without unresolved issues. And this is what I gotta say to those who are Christian and have bought into the idea that no, when we die, we go to heaven, and we don't believe in communicating to spirits that have passed away and that type of thing. I have to give a news flash, and I have to say to you guys that there's a reason why the Bantu people, we've been entrusted. What I would say is that the Bantu people have become the custodians of the spirit of humanity. And being tasked with that responsibility, it comes with this extra baggage where people that pass away tend to nag us for stuff. And the reason why they nag us for stuff is because they things that they didn't do in their lifetime that they now require us to do. And you might say, this is unfair. Why does that, why do we have to go through all of this mess? And there's a principle behind it. It's called the outsider alert. When somebody passes away, there is a review of his life, and there are principles and things that happened during his life that there may be grievances lodged. So this is what it is like, you pass away, and this is the principle of what happens to a spirit person. When you pass away, you go on to serve the regulator body, and there's one master of the regulator body, right? There's one groom, and you would serve the regulator, and you join your spirit family. And within your spirit family, there'll be grievances that will be lodged against you, or perhaps, and when you're a good person, when you're actually, you might not have any grievances. You might come out unscathed, no issues. If there are grievances lodged against you, you need to find a way to resolve these grievances. And the only way you're going to resolve these grievances, you can't apologize um, um, in the spiritual sense. You have to consummate your the way that you resolve your grievance. So I'm giving you guys background to say what the outsider alert is. So the principle behind the outsider alert is that the reason why Bantu people have baggage is that we have to deal with the fact that there were people that lived and there were issues that happened, and those issues are recorded, and those issues must be resolved in the context of those that are living. So those that are living have to carry that baggage and make sure that if there was a grievance filed, the people alive need to make sure that they do things to resolve those grievances, whether they were there or not when the grievance was lodged. And the principle behind this is that asingene zulwini. We're not gonna get into this final destination, into final home with grievances, because if we do, we're gonna defile the home or this new LIZWI that we are going to, this final destination. So the whole idea is that all of our spirit persons, awake and asleep, are pressing on towards a place in time where we can live in a perfect world that is free from death. Now, we can't get to that world if we got grievances and I've got reasons to have conflict with my brother or my neighbor, or have reasons to kill my brother because I need to take revenge, or there's something that's not working out. So this is the background. So now, the fact that we're making an intervention to create a world that's free from misery, which is creating an economic platform where people can trade without having to kill each other, because that's the root of all evil. Precisely, I'll be honest with you, money is probably the reason why anybody would want to kill anybody. Right? It comes down to that, right? And then eliminating the causes of mortality where we don't have to die. So we gotta squash the beef inevitably. If I'm saying this is the final destination, guys, every spirit person from the beginning of time, awake and asleep, we've been pressing on to this particular moment. This is our time. This is our opportunity. We, that generation that is privileged enough to maybe, that will inherit creation. We can't get in with grievances, and the outsider alert is about that, is to say, well, look, I am passing on from my old life to the new life, and I'm going to serve the groom, the founder of life. But however, as I do this, I'll have to report my grievances so that these grievances are resolved before we get to enjoy or get access to this heaven on earth. So we're all pressing on towards heaven on earth, and this is what people don't understand, especially the Christian communities, that there is no such thing as like I die, I go to heaven. Bro, it's a process that we all need to get. We as spirit persons have to become capable. As a people, as a generation, people that are alive have to become capable of living on this planet, in the flesh, alive together, without killing each other, having a need to kill each other, right? And having the need to suffer mortality. So we have to become capable of that. So what I'm saying to you guys is that we actually have the capabilities to eliminate the causes of mortality, but we haven't got to a stage where the human heart has dealt with its differences, the relationships that we have. We haven't got to a point where we can actually live together without having the need to kill each other and make our lives miserable. So that's where we need to really actually need to get to that point. And the Zulu social experiment, we're creating this new bubble and this new community. And what we're saying is that we're not going to let any bullshit into this bubble. And this is why every participant of the Zulu social experiment, including the founder, and I'm leading by example now, party number 1, has the right to lodge an outsider alert and say, look, guys, we're setting up this community, but these are the grievances I have with the people who might want to get in here. And until they settle their differences with me and we settle and we squash the beef, they can't, we can't have them in, because if they do come in, we're gonna defile this house, we're gonna defile this community with our grievances. So this is what's up. So I know I'm 10 minutes in. This was the introduction. Dude, punk hoes fucking getting rich. Please, yes, this fire is motherfucker 15. Yeah, I see how much them punk hoes fucking getting rich. Please, yeah, 15. I'm just having this dirge in my mind, in my head. 5 fucking 15. So I'm saying basically, I sit and watch these punk hoes fucking getting rich. Ecclesiastes 5 verse fucking 15. Listen, punk hoe, I don't give a shit. I sit and watch this punk hoes fucking getting rich. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 15. So I'm bopping out, and apologies for that. You gon' fucking die, hoes. So I sit and watch this punk hoes fucking getting rich. And this was, you gon' fucking die, ho. Nigga, you gon' fucking die, ho. So essentially, we don't have to die in a literal sense. The process of death is losing your own will and the opportunity to do what you want and serve the greater purpose. So that's what the function of death is right now for any human being. When you pass away, you no longer have the liberty to wake up in your body and go do what you want to do, eat what you want to eat, fuck who you want to fuck, right? You don't have that liberty no more. You don't have that liberty no more. So, the big realization of the founder is the fact that, dude, we can die without having to die. We can basically just consciously be like, oh shit, we need to serve the regulator of life and perfect life, because that's what the regulator of life is doing. That's what those who are asleep are doing. It's called moonlighting. There's a function of what we do when we are awake. Yeah, we do our own thing, but when we are asleep, what are we doing when we're asleep? So if we are consciously working when we are awake for, the function that is when we are asleep, we expedite our process and we get to where we need to get to faster. So the Zulu social experiment is gonna supplant the current existing regulator of life, the spiritual oversight that we have right now. We're trying to get humanity to a point where we don't need anybody on their knees looking to the sky, asking for supplications. So, letting it be. I've been just blabbering along. So let's talk about it. My outsider alert, I have grievances now. I'm going to point them out. There are those who will get conditional access to the Zulu social experiment, or conditional access to the house that is being built, this new economy and new society, this community that we're creating. And I'm going to list them out to you guys now. So anybody that's from these families. So essentially in 2018, I published Life's WACK test, where I did disclose that I am the founder of Life, and I proved it. I put down the proof. My claim was I wrote the Bible, and I am the mind behind numerology, and I'm here to re-establish the Zulu kingdom. And basically, I am the satirical response to the Bible character called Jehovah. So I am the Jehovah of the Bantu peoples. So I made those claims in Life's WACK test. I put down a lot of content, and there was a context that led me to that point of now realizing that I have to set up the Zulu kingdom, is the fact that we're dealing with people in the economic context that were stifling and intentionally trying to stop, young black industrialists from being what they are. So that was what inspired Life's WACK test. So to all the people that were mentioned and highlighted in Life's WACK test, they can only get in unless I get a response, and I'm satisfied that they have gone through the content and understand the grievances that I've lodged with them. So all the invitees of the Life's WACK test. Secondly, but the NXUMALO family, that's my family, my maternal side family, fuck them until they can go through the content that I prepared for them and repent from actually keeping me away from my son, and just being honest. So until I'm satisfied with them, none of them can get access to this new economy that I'm in. They can participate in the social experience. So everyone is allowed to participate in the discussions, because we gotta resolve it, right? We gotta squash the beef, right? But Abangenis would win. They're not gonna get into this new society that we're building, or get to experience the commercial implement or the benefits of the commercial implement, right? The NDAWANA family and NDAWANA's bastard. It's the next one. This is my spirit family, my paternal side. NDAWANA's bastard is the SHEMBE bloodline. These are the guys got, Isaiah SHEMBE got adopted. There's evidence that I put down that Isaiah SHEMBE got adopted by my spirit family to become Ndanzi, Zilangata, and then Dawana to the people at Enanda, the Zulu people, and ask for Ndawana, become a king among the people that were not his. So I explained this, so their family as well, and so I'm talking about Ndawana's bastard side, they need to consume the content I prepared for them and have the discussions with, and only when I'm satisfied that they understand like where I'm coming from and why we're doing what we're doing, and give what belongs to me, then they're not gonna get access to the commercial implement, to the social experiment. The reason why I can say this is because I'm the one building it. I'm creating this community. People want to be part of it, you can be part of it. If you don't want to be part of it, that's fine, you can stay out. But I'm saying that as small as the community will be, there'll be its benefits. And if you want to get access to that community, then you just have to deal with the fact that I'm the one that founded the community. So I have no other say in terms of your life. And I'm putting this, anybody that's part of the community. And the reason why I have a say in this group of people that I mentioned is because I have agreements with them. heavily impacted my life in a negative way, and 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 that needs to be resolved, because I'm not going to continue to deal with people who are going to make my life difficult, no, or make the lives of the people, potentially make the lives of the people in the community difficult. So that's NDAWANA's bastard, Shembe bloodline, and my original bloodline as well. They need to understand exactly who we are, and that this is actually the bloodline that's yielding, in the form of satire, the Jehovah of the Bible, right? We those niggas, right? We the bloodline, it's the equivalent of the bloodline of David, if you were to put it that way. Right. And then there's the Vilakazi family. The Vilakazi is my spirit paternal family, right? These are the guys that, I got to discover exactly who is the guy who was who's the Lord of the Spirits, Umpepeta, who was the guy that called Isaiah Shembe to God, and that's who I am. So I really got to understand who I am, Umpepeta, the Lord of the Spirits, the guy that conceived the concept of life and said to the people, hey guys, let there be light. Hey guys, let's do this, The Lord of the Spirits, the one that causes umoya to blow, umpepeta. So to that family too, same grievances, until I'm satisfied that they understood and my grievances, they're not going to be allowed in. AMANZARETHA, the congregation as well. I've put down some information for them to go through, and until I'm satisfied that each Nazaretha has gone through this, they will not be allowed to go in. So I've put out the content. I'll put it out in the archives and support to the motherfucking Bible that's being published online. All right, so this is a conditional entry. So we're looking at the people who were invited to respond to LIZWI test. These are the people I knew in my come up from 2018 and before that, looking at the NXUMALO family, my maternal side, looking at my paternal side, bloodline, looking at my spirit family now, VILAKAZI, and spirit family, AMANZARETHA. That's what's happening, right? Right. Yes, so that includes the NDAWANA's bastard, Shembe. So you guys can't get in unless, I'm satisfied that you guys get it, because if I let you guys in, tomorrow there's going to be beef again. It's going to be beef, there's going to be disputes, and we don't want that in this new community that we're creating. So outside of that, so anybody from these three families will be highlighted. Now, there's a special mention, and I want to say this, like, the dirge that I created when I went to some shit where in the house of VILAKAZI, the in-laws to VILAKAZI, these were guys who were supposedly my friends. The ZWANE family, Mangete, they beat me up, they and it made me look bad as well, and actually, lied and so they attempted to use and manipulate me, and then when that failed, they, out of spite, they tried to sabotage my life. They actually sabotaged my life and sabotaged the process of me reconnecting with my son, that they knew very well that I had been separated from, because I believed that they were my brothers and they want to work with me. So I literally lost access to my son on their account. So I don't want to go into the details of the grievance, but that will come out. The ZWANE family and the bloodline is not unconditionally, because they excommunicated me from society. I was already excommunicated from society. And then I'm in the process where I'm like, guys, they knew exactly what I was trying to achieve. Let's create this new society. And then they lie and claim that they're with me. And then last moment they decide, no, fuck you. We were just using your ass. Fucking asshole. We're just using your ass. We don't give a fuck about you. So let me actually think about this. Oh. All right. So these guys, it's excommunicado, no ZWANE enters ever. So if your surname is ZWANE or you're from the ZWANE clan, mangete. There's a saying in the SLABELED or AMANZARETHA. Ma ungafundisanga umntwana wakho ukuhlonipha uyise nonyoko, igazi lesono sakho uzolibiza esandleni sakho. So the blood of your children's unrighteousness or sin will be asked from your hand, you father and mother that has not taught your children to honor the father and mother. And that's why, honestly speaking, as a excommunicado, right? I remember how traumatized I was when they came and they beat me up and dispossessed me. They still have my stuff, right? Completely took me out of the game of life, bro. I'm isolated, take me out completely, and then humiliate me and shame me and drag my name through the mud and make me look like a fucking boss. And the pain that I received. I mean, I started getting hair loss from just that experience, bro. Fuck. So I remember singing excommunicado, negros, excommunicado, negro, excommunicado. Motherfucker, negro, excommunicado. So they excommunicated me, bro. Like, fuck. And these were guys I regarded as brothers, and these are the guys that I took care of, that I loved as brothers. I thought they were my brothers, and only to find they are fucking leeches. Fucking people who walk around trying to trebula and use people. So this one is out, like excommunication. So if yours one, my bad, it's not personal, but you'd have to maybe use your humble faith like umalume, go use your maternal surname or your paternal surname if you have to, but knows one that gets in. Now special mention again, a man called LIZWI BUTHELEZI. He knows, and one thing that they have in common with the ZWANE is the fact that I even have a thirst. Now it's fucking LIZWI now. Fake it, nigga, try to block. Now it's fucking LIZWI now. Fake it, niggas try to block. It was fucking ZWANE's then. Fake it, niggas try to block. Now it's fucking LIZWI now. Nigga, now it's fucking LIZWI now. So there's one is, and these BUTHELEZI have one thing in common. They actually understand and knew who I was. That I am the guy that's basically would be described. I am evidently the Bantu Messiah, and I'm going to do it. And they were just meant to support me in that process. And what they did is they went ahead of me to try and block me. And this is the sin of LIZWI BUTHELEZI, is that you had the capacity, and I was patient with him. I didn't want to top the bombshell and say, hey, listen, man, I'm actually in Gosese Parliament, bro. So, okay, tell me that. So you need to serve my ass and kneel in front of me. No. Humbly trying to say, bro, if you really fuck with Shembe and you really fuck with Gosese Parliament, you don't fuck with what I'm saying, because I'm doing exactly what he wants. This is the purpose. This is why he started the movement, so that a guy like me and a generation like us can be able to fulfill what's requirement. That's the glory and the honor that's ahead of us. His trusted Sangoma even tells him this, and he knows, and he comes a witness. And when I'm starting to have the conversation, I get to a level where it's you understand. You can wrap your mind, you can comprehend, you can see, you can do the math, you've been told things, the dreams are even suggesting to you, and then you decide to go and sabotage me and ghost me and go ahead of me and make me look like a boss. So you're not gonna go in, bro. It's unforgivable. You try to blot the king out. You try to sabotage the king, bro. Like, do you know what I've been through, my dog? Before this life, motherfucker. You're not gonna get in, bro. We're not gonna get in. You can fucking go jerk off if you want, but you're not gonna get in. So that's my grievance. There's the two families. The one family, this one family is just not gonna get in. Anybody that's one, not gonna get in. This one family that I know is not gonna get in. You're not gonna benefit anyhow, because it was so bad. It's like, I'm giving this to you, bro. You guys knew I'm playing this game where I'm like telling you guys will inherit everything that I do. It's yours anyway. Just let me, and just because you didn't want to acknowledge me, that I am who I am, and you can see that's who I am, I'm giving it to you anyway. I'm the one person, and this is to all the participants of the Zulu social experiment, I'm the one person that gets nothing out of this financially, zero. I inherit nothing. And the purpose of this is so that the foundation of the movement is incorruptible. You can't bribe me. So, fuck Excommunicado, ZWANE, and LIZWI BUTHELEZI, special mention. This is not defamation, man. This is me reporting it and saying LIZWI BUTHELEZI will not be allowed. I've made my decision. The rest of the people will have to go to a process where I'm confident that we can let them in. It's fine, right? But they must resolve their grievances with me. But the ZWANE and the LIZWI BUTHELEZI is gonna be a sign and a signal forever, for all eternity, that Napa, you fucked with the wrong dude. The niggas that fucked with the wrong dude. Right? So well done, LIZWI. Well done. You did well. Alright, so we'll call it there. The Founders Outsider Alert. Alright.